Hello and welcome. Sometimes grammar can feel a little dry, right? Well, today we're going to demystify a part of Portuguese grammar that is anything but. It's actually all about something beautifully human, our feelings, our doubts, and our hopes. So let's dive in and unlock the Portuguese subjunctive together. Okay, so let me ask you something. Think about the huge difference between saying, the teacher is here, that's a simple fact, right? And saying, maybe the teacher is sick. One is reality, the other, well, that's a possibility, a guess, a feeling. So how does a language actually show that difference? In Portuguese, one of the most powerful ways is with something called the subjunctive. And here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll figure out what this mood even is. Then we'll hit part 1, all about the grammar of maybe. After that, part 2, the grammar of hope. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with your key takeaway. Pretty simple, right? First up, a mood for your feelings. Let's get our heads around this thing. Now, the most important thing to get right away is that the subjunctive isn't really a tense, like past or future. It's a mood. It's a special verb form for all the stuff that isn't concrete, objective reality. So here's our core definition. The present subjunctive, or presente do conjuntivo, is what you use for non-facts. And I love this way of thinking about it. If regular verbs describe the outside world, the subjunctive describes your inner world. All your doubts, your wishes, your hopes, all those possibilities just floating around in your head. All right, on to part 1, the grammar of maybe. We're going to start with the more, let's say, logical side of the subjunctive, how we talk about uncertainty and probability. And for this, there is one magic word that just unlocks everything, and that word is talvez, which means perhaps or maybe. Seriously, whenever you see or use talvez, you should imagine a big, flashing neon sign in your brain that says, "Warning, you are now leaving the land of facts and entering the realm of possibility." Now, check this out. You can actually see the change happen right here. On the left, we have reality. O professor faltou. The teacher was absent. It's a fact. But add talvez and look what happens to the verb. It becomes talvez esteja doente. Maybe he is sick. You see that shift? Or how about, are you going to the cinema? Talvez vá. Maybe I'll go. It's not a definite plan, it's a maybe. So the verb form has to change to reflect that. This example is fantastic because it shows just how subtle this can be. If you say, provavelmente não está ninguém, that means probably no one is in the office. It's a pretty strong guess, so the verb stays in the normal indicative mood. But when you use talvez, it's less certain. Talvez não esteja ninguém. Maybe no one is in the office. The verb shifts to esteja just to match that more speculative feeling. It's a small change with a big difference in meaning. Okay, so we've covered the head. Now let's move to the heart. Part 2 is all about the grammar of hope. And honestly, this is where the subjunctive gets really powerful, because it's the language we use to talk about our deepest wishes and desires. Now, for this, instead of just one trigger word, we have a whole set of these beautiful emotional expressions. Phrases like Oxalá, tomara que, and Deus queira que, they all signal a heartfelt wish. They set the emotional tone, and the verb that comes next has to be in the subjunctive. Why? Well, because a wish is all about something you hope becomes reality. Let's see how this works in a little story. So, meet Anna. She's been stuck inside for 2 weeks, just studying like crazy for a huge exam. Today's the day, and she is, as you can imagine, a total nervous wreck. I think we can all relate to that feeling, right? So what do you say to her in that moment? You don't just say, "It will go well." That's a prediction. What you want to do is express a real heartfelt hope. And this is the perfect way to do it. Oxalá te corra bem. It means, hopefully it goes well for you. And that verb, corra, is in the subjunctive. It perfectly captures that feeling of just sending good vibes out into the universe for her. Let's try another scenario, this one a bit more serious. This is Mr. Ramos. He hasn't been feeling well, he's having stomach pains, and his doctor is concerned enough to suggest he go to the hospital. So there's a lot of worry and uncertainty here. The hope you'd express for Mr. Ramos is really deep and serious. You'd say, Deus queira que não seja nada de grave. God willing, it is nothing serious. And once again, that verb seja is in the subjunctive. It's really the only mood that can carry the weight of such a profound wish for a good outcome when you're facing a worrying reality. Okay, and for our final story, let's end on something a bit happier.
This is Pedro. He loves his new job, his boss is super impressed, and there are even rumors of a promotion. His friend hears the news and tells him, "Hey, I heard they're going to promote you." So how does Pedro respond? With a kind of humble hope. He says, "Quem me dera que tenha essa razão." This is such a great expression. It translates to something like, "If only you were right," or "I wish you were right." See, it's not a fact yet, it's a dream. It's a strong desire. And that desire is carried perfectly by that subjunctive verb, teñas. So we've seen the subjunctive of the head, which is all about doubt, and the subjunctive of the heart, which is all about hope. Let's wrap this all up and put it together with the key takeaway. So here it is. This is the main thing to remember. The subjunctive has these two faces. You've got the doubt and probability side, which gets triggered by words like talvez. And then you've got the wishes and hope side, triggered by exclamations like Oxalá. But at the end of the day, it's the same grammatical tool. It's the mood for what might be or for what you deeply want to be.
So the next time you're speaking Portuguese, don't just stick to the facts. Try to express that inner world of possibilities and hopes. After all, that's what makes communication feel truly human. And that leaves us with just one question for you. What feeling will you express first?